To keep it going. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Welcome back to another episode of Say What Needs to Be Said. I'm your host, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel, two-time Super Bowl champion, Pro Bowl, all-pro record-breaking cornerback, and 50 interceptions in 10 seasons. Yeah, welcome back. Special night tonight, Saturday Night Vibes, man. We have a special guest coming on tonight. Oh, man, he has that dog in him, man. He played for the New York Jets, Seattle Seahawks, uh, the San Francisco 49ers, and we're gonna get into it, man. I like this young man right here, man. I think he's underrated, he doesn't get enough attention. Obviously, when you're not a top round draft pick, it goes like that. And that's why we dogs, because we have to climb our way to the top. Welcome, DJ Reed, to the show. How you doing today, brother? How's it going out there, brother?
Appreciate it, bro. I heard the 50 picks in 10 seasons is crazy, but no, I'm doing
Yeah.
good, bro. I can't complain. Just vibing right now.
Yeah, vibing out, man. You out there in California, huh?
Yes, sir. See the palm trees in the back.
Yeah. Look like South Florida, man. I love it, man. I love it, man. Training camp right around the corner, man. I know you trying to relax a little bit and chill out with the fam before it's like they don't understand, man. That's like getting locked up when we go to the training camp, man. We go somewhere and we don't have no free will. We under their command, man. Getting ready for training camp.
Yeah, man, I'm locked in, especially this week it's been a great week for me. Just I went to Vegas last week. My agent, he had like an event, so had some fun, but yeah, this week I was really locked in and man, I'm ready to go.
You ready to go, man. You ready to go. All right, well, let's jump into it. First, I want to talk about your childhood. You grew up in Bakersville, California, right? Did you ever have to deal with the pressure of gangs or temptation to join a gang in Bakersville, California?
Yeah, absolutely. So I grew up with a lot of people in my family. My house was kind of like the house everybody went to when my dad and mom was together. And I had like a lot of brothers, not biological brothers, but like a lot of brothers. And some of them gang bang. So it was definitely like something that, was there, but it was nothing that like they never was like trying to initiate me or like trying to get me to do that.
Right.
I played sports growing up. So like
Hmm.
I never, you feel me, wanted to, gang bang. But, when we used to go out, even like in high school, junior high, people always ask you like where you from, like people that gang bang. And I would always just say like, nah, bro, I just play sports. Like I just hoop or I just play football. So like, they kind of left me alone when I said that. So like, yeah, I was never like, initiated. I don't gang bang or nothing like
Right.
that.
Well, the point is, man, because down here in South Florida, we didn't. Well, back in my day, we didn't really grow up with gangs and the pressure of gangs. It was kind of like neighborhood. You got your clique and you join cliques and stuff like that. But I mean, I imagine, man, that is tough to deal with. And if you don't have big brothers, uncles, and father figures in your life to help guide you, man, it's like you can easily be tempted to go down that path and make one wrong decision, man. So that's salute to you, man, for sure, man, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't gang bang, but I definitely, I got in trouble. I got arrested when I was a junior in high school, and a big part of that was like my dad. He got sick, and he went to Iowa. So I grew up without my dad from like 8 years old up until I was in high school.
Right.
So yeah, just hanging around the wrong people, being in the wrong situations, getting in fights and stuff like that. But once I got arrested the first time, I learned my lesson, and
Right.
I ain't been in trouble since.
That's the most important part about what you said, getting arrested, because all of us, a lot of us rather have we get into certain situations and circumstances that we don't really understand as a young man, but when we do get into that trouble, what do? Do you learn from it, or do you go out there and make the same mistake twice? And that was my key to success: learning from my mistakes, learning from my peers, friends around me, watching people mess up their opportunities. And it was like, man, I cannot mess up my opportunity because I don't have nothing else to do but besides sports. And so I was very focused, man. I was very focused, man. So
No, same here. Like even just opportunity of just with football, bro, like just maximizing your situation, maximizing your opportunity. Like I didn't have no offers out of high school, so just walking on to Fresno State, that not working. and then going JUCO. A lot of people don't even know I didn't even start in JUCO. I was,
Whoa.
yeah, I didn't even start in JUCO. Like it was really God. Like
Was that Fresno State? What was the name of your JUCO?
no, so I walked on at Fresno State University. That's a D
Okay.
one. That's in the Mount Western. I went there for 1 year, and they didn't really see me playing corner. They just see me being like a special teams guy. So obviously, I see myself being that guy, being a corner. So I went JUCO, and when I went JUCO, I went to Cerritos Community College, and they were good at the time. They had two starting corners who had offers. So when I went there, it wasn't like I was going. It wasn't like a you just going to start type thing. So I had to go in there. I was in a rotation, and when I was rotating, I was balling. But yeah, I ended up getting an offer the next year. But like, yeah, I was locked in when I went JUCO. I met my best friend Elijah Walker.
Mhm.
Still my best friend to this day. And that struggle really, changed my mindset and really, I feel like separated me when I went to Kansas State.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, man. Since you bet on yourself. So Fresno State didn't believe in you as a cornerback. They wanted you to play receiver, safety, running back. What was
Nah,
it?
so I was playing corner, but they just see me just playing special teams. And my
Oh,
mom,
they
quite
didn't give you the
honestly, I
chance.
couldn't afford. The thing is when I went there, I told Coach DeRuiter, I told Coach Wade, the running back coach at the time, that like if I walk on for a year, I'm gonna have to get a scholarship because financially my mom can't even afford tuition and all this. The fact that she's even doing this is crazy.
Right.
So did it for 1 year, and then I got my evaluation from them, and they was just like, "Nah, like we see you playing special teams," and it was just like, "All right, yo, we wasting each other's time." Then, like, if I can't get a scholarship, then I got to get up out of here.
Right, right. So that leads me to my next question because I don't think fans and people that watch sports understand our path and what we are our struggles and things we have to go through. And so my question is, do you think you would have went to college if you didn't receive a sports scholarship?
That's a great question. I don't even. People ask me this all the time. I don't even know what I would be doing, bro. To be honest with you, like, if JUCO didn't work out, I always think about this because I told myself like when I went JUCO, like if you can't get an offer out of here, then you probably just aren't good enough to play at the D1 level. Like you walked on, you win JUCO, and if you can't, you feel me, get the scholarship then you're gonna have to do something else. I still to this day don't know what I would have done. I feel like I would have found a way to get money, but I don't know what I would have done to be honest with you.
Yeah. That's my exact response too. Like I always had money. I called myself hood rich. I was hood rich. I had, the car, the rims, the music, all that stuff. I didn't know about the outside world. So I really thought I was rich until I went to college and stuff like that. But people don't understand that like for me, I didn't really understand the concept of going to school. What was the purpose and what did it lead to?
Same
So
here.
that is exactly. So the counselor talking about go to sign up for this and go to college and things like that. I had no recollection of those things. So myself, I don't think I would have went to college if it wasn't for a sports scholarship. And I don't think a lot of us would have went to college. My mom definitely couldn't pay for the tuition and things like that. And so me, yeah, man, I don't think that's uh talked about enough.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. My major in college was history. So like the only thing you could become is a history teacher. I mean, you could be like a historian or like something like that on the History Channel or a president, but like I was just thinking like maybe I'll be a history teacher, but like once I went to K State, like we had study hall and all that, bro. I was watching film, bro. Like we used to go to study hall. I used to log in my hours, and I used to go upstairs and watch tape. And they start catching on that I was doing that, and I already knew in my head like I was going to the league. I was like, I'm leaving my junior year. I'm going to the league, and that's
Right.
what happened.
Right. Yeah, man, that's so funny, man. That's funny, man. Oh man. So yeah, we had a good conversation a while back. We had a good conversation a while back, and you understood, especially as a late round draft pick, that you needed to get the ball to separate yourself from the rest of the cornerbacks, or just to get noticed in the NFL. What would be the difference this season, you think, compared to other seasons?
I think just my mindset. I think when I did get my opportunity in Seattle to play corner, it was just more so for me showing that I could be consistent, that I could cover guys and more so lock guys down, not allowing them to catch the ball. I think now it's 3 contracts later, and I think my mindset now is get the ball. I feel like I've done everything besides get the ball the way that I want to. Like I want to be
Right.
high in interceptions. And I understand to do that, obviously, the quarterback has to throw the ball my way, but there's definitely things that I could do in my game to bait quarterbacks because I do have great ball skills, but it's
Mhm.
more so about, getting them to see that picture and then taking that picture away. But
Right.
the things you said, I don't want to really, say it because,
All good.
receivers watch stuff just like I watch stuff when they like Chad Ochocinco just had some of them boys and they
Yeah.
was, they was sweating about that press. So like what I'm saying, good receivers is gonna watch this video. So like I don't want to tell them what you told me, but I definitely utilized that and did it during
Right.
OTAs, and I was definitely getting my hands on the ball. So I appreciate the
Ah,
advice, and I'm
nice.
definitely gonna translate it to
Yeah.
Sundays.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's funny, man. Your wife is on, right? You ain't breaking up, are you over there? You good?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So, man, that's funny. You say you're getting your hands on the balls and OTAs and things like that. Like, this is just my comment. You don't have to put your input on this and stuff like that. But with me, like our conversation we had and things like that, um, Jared Goff is the perfect person for you to do the things we talked about and be able to get your hands on the ball and be able to practice. Now, Jared Goff, in my opinion, I would say he's the average when you come to the elite passers. So you get to practice with him. But when you get to those other receivers with those, I don't want to talk like you say. I don't want to say too much. So you got to understand that too. Because I used to get caught up in that. Just so you understand, like in practice, I would practice against the twos and the threes, and the way they threw the ball was very easy to read. And then you get into the game against some of these elite passers with these quick throws and things like that. You have to find your rhythm and stuff like that, man. So shout out to you, man. I can't wait to see you play this season in Detroit, man. And hopefully
Yeah,
y'all do some
but
good
you
things
you
out
talking like golf ain't you feel me? Golf nice now.
there. He nice.
Hey, hold on
He
now. You
nice.
can't
Hey,
you
this,
can't
hey,
just
see,
you
this is
can't
where the
just say
problem
my
come in
quarterback
at,
average now. I just watched quarterbacks on Netflix now. Like,
man.
hey, my dog nice with it. Hey, we ain't gonna do that. But
I
hey,
know that's
no,
right.
no,
I
golf
know
getting
that's
me ready for
right.
the season, bro.
See, and that's the problem. This is where I get in trouble at in life. Like everybody always getting on me because I have a different perspective of way I see things, right? Of course he's nice. He's legit and all that stuff. But for me, it's my personal evaluation. Listen, you can't come around my corner with them long wind up throws. Don't come looking my way trying to wind that ball up to throw to that receiver on my side.
Hey, you funny,
Shout out to
man.
golf, man. Shout out to your quarterback, man. Y'all just a couple of plays to get over the hump, man. So we're gonna see if this happens this year, man.
No,
So
for sure.
what were your options in free agency, man? Did you have many options? What were your free options in free agency? Any other team show any interest in you?
For sure. I had a lot of interest, but that money gonna talk every time. So like, teams could be interested in you but not want to pay you what your market value is.
Right.
But I would say the 2 teams I was really intrigued by were Detroit and Washington
Mm-hmm.
and Kansas City as well. Because when I was my last year on the Jets, Kansas City and Washington wanted to trade for me, but we just won. We just beat the Texans, so we still had playoff hopes. It was a small percentage, but we still had a chance to go to the playoffs. So the ownership with the Jets, they didn't want to do it. So
Mm,
I knew during free agency that those 2 teams would be interested. Detroit kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't really see them, wanting me because they already had Carlton Davis, but he was a free agent as well. But when
right.
he went to New England, they needed a corner, and that's how I ended up in Detroit.
Yeah. So it wasn't no secret connection or anything like that. It was just like, man, good good head coach and good money.
Great head coach. I'm playing with 2 elite safeties, so
Woo!
that was really like a big reason why I really wanted to play there is to play with BB and
Yeah.
Curry.
Yeah, that's a big push, man. I really like watching those boys play. What is it, Brian Branch? I'm
Yeah.
bad with names. Man, he a dog, man. He plays really good ball, and then Kirby, he goes and get the ball. That's what it's about, production, and
Hmm.
production is the key. But if you didn't realize, man, I missed this. On the Pro Football Focus, I think they have you ranked the sixth cornerback coming into the 2025 season. Of course, Pro Football Focus, they do their rankings based on grades and things like that. And you seem to always be one of the top graded cornerbacks every year.
Yeah. No, that's facts. Like
Yes,
ever
sir.
since I got my chance in Seattle, so it's been about 6 seasons in a row. I played, in my opinion, the most consistent at every corner up until that point. And I think for me, the biggest thing now is just to get the ball. Like if I want to
Right,
be a household name and get the recognition that I want, I got to get the ball, change the game, get
right,
picks, and not only get picks, but get picks and go to the crib with it. So
right,
that's like really my emphasis this year.
right, right. Because like I said in the introduction, man, as a fifth rounder, they're not gonna just give you all pros and accolades like that because you shut somebody down. You gave up 200 yards for the season and you had two interceptions. It's very hard to get recognized when you're a late round pick, free agent, so on and so forth. That's more for the first rounders. They get the recognition and things like that because that's the part of the business. So he understands he has
Mhm.
to get the ball. And when you understand, you go do what you got to do and you don't make excuses, and that's one thing I like about you. You know what I mean?
No, I
Um,
appreciate that, bro.
yeah. So you hit free agency, had a few teams, right? After you, was there any team in the league that you wouldn't have that you would have turned down, even if that offer was good money? Like, was there any team that you was like, I'm not playing for that team no matter what they offer me? Or you was pretty much wide open?
Oh, that's a little tricky. So that's a little tricky.
Hey,
I'll
you know
say
what I'm
this,
doing?
man.
Hey, you know what
I'll
I'm
say
doing to you?
this.
You know what I'm doing to you?
I'll
Huh?
say this.
Hold on before you answer. You know what I'm doing to you?
What you doing, dog?
I'm doing everything I was going through when I was free agent. All the things I was thinking about and like, oh man.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I think for me right now, my career, like I'm 28, so for me, I want to win. Like I want to get paid, but I want to make sure like I'm going to an organization that, it's all about winning. So there's not a team that I wouldn't play for, but if it was like the same money, I'm gonna go to the team that got the pieces already. Like the Lions got all the pieces. Like we pretty much got everything. We got offense, special teams, we got defense. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be in every game. To answer that
Mhm.
question.
So, so my number one place that I would not go no matter what they would have offered me was Green Bay.
Yeah,
I
I feel you.
refuse to
I
sign
feel
with Green.
you.
Nothing against Green Bay.
I feel
Nothing
you.
against Green Bay. But I was just like, man, I'm not going. I would take 50% less of a contract not to go to Green Bay. That's bad,
See, that's I ain't gonna lie. See, I'm about my paper. Like this
right?
league, it's so short. So like 50% is crazy. Like I'll be like, dang, I gotta go. But if
Yeah,
it came to like, I get it though, cause like the weather, the city, like if there's nothing to do, all that matters, especially when you got a family. So I definitely understand what you're saying.
right.
I feel that way a little bit about Buffalo, just cause it's super cold. Like
Yeah,
it's just always snowing and it's like super up north.
yeah. I
But
think I
if
think
they
too that
offer the right money though, then I'm gonna just have to thug it out. But if it came to a team, like if it was like, let's just say a California team was offering, I don't know, 20%, 10% less. It can't be nothing crazy though.
right,
Then
it
I'll
can't be
probably
that
slide
crazy.
that way. But if it's 50%, I
Yeah.
gotta go.
You gotta go. Yeah, man. I think that was just my stubbornness and immaturity and things like that. But of course, now that's different. I thug it out and stuff like that. But I was just entitled, immature, and things like that. So, but everything worked out. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Which year do you think was your best season in New York, man? You spent 3 seasons there, right? What season do you
Yeah.
think was your best season?
That's a great question. What's crazy is before
Because
I
you're
answer that
very
question,
consistent. You're very consistent.
for sure. But I feel like I could be even more consistent. And I'm gonna tell you that. The reason why I'm saying that is because to answer that question is kind of a tricky question because I feel like I haven't put together a full season to my capabilities, if that makes sense. And by that, what I mean is whether that stemmed from I was playing great and had an injury and had to, maneuver my game a little bit, and I'm not playing at the level I was playing like in the beginning of the year. That's
Right,
what happened my third season with the Jets. If you look at the first 4 weeks, I was the highest graded corner, was balling. And then we played the Texans. I hurt my back, and the season for me personally kind of went like this to my standards. I would say my first year on the Jets was probably my best season on the Jets just because I don't think people understood how good I was when I was in Seattle. So when I went to New York, it was a lot of buzz, there was a lot of noise. When you ball in New York, you know what I'm saying, you get reported. It's a lot of noise behind that.
right,
So I feel like my first year in New York, I made a lot of noise and I felt like the reason why I made a lot of noise, it wasn't just myself. I was playing at a Pro Bowl, All Pro level. Sauce was playing at a Pro Bowl, All Pro level, and our nickel MC was playing at a Pro Bowl, All Pro level. I think our coverage grade was something crazy. It was like a 95 grade. Like it was like absurd. I think we had it was pretty much a historical season. Like we
right,
didn't really give up much yards. I think we gave up 3 touchdowns, four
mhm,
touchdowns
right.
for both corners and a nickel to give up 4 touchdowns in the season. That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
And
That's wild.
the yards was low too. Like we weren't giving up stuff. We weren't getting a lot of picks, but teams couldn't drive the ball or move the ball on us. So that
Right.
was definitely a historical season.
Yeah. Like you said, I think it was either your first or second season for the Jets, man. I just remember you were balling, but you wasn't getting the recognition. And that just bothers me that, I hate that I put a lot of people in the fire sometimes when I go to talking my crap and things like that. But I'm an underdog and I'm always fighting for the underdogs. And you were absolutely balling one of those years. I mean, Sauce, his first year, he was balling crazy too. Um, but yeah, you didn't get much recognition as you should have. But hey, you got the paper, so we here now. You got the paper, baby.
For
You got
sure.
the paper. You
My
know
first year, I definitely, I'm just being quite honest. It was no reason for me not to get at least a Pro Bowl nod my first year in New York. That was like, I get you don't want to give two corners a Pro Bowl on the same team because it's they try to spread it around, but like
exactly.
I was playing at a very high level
You was playing at a
my first
high,
year there
high
in New
level.
York.
Yeah, and I'm not one of those people that just talk about players and don't really watch them. Like especially at cornerback, I have to watch you and see because my eyes tells me different than a lot of other people than what they see. So you definitely know how to play the position.
Appreciate that,
Just got
bro.
to keep climbing.
For
Um, how,
sure.
how how confident was the team about making it to the Super Bowl when y'all first signed Aaron Rodgers in New York, man? Was y'all hyped up? Super Bowl? How did that go, brother?
Hey, I'm gonna keep it G with you, bro.
Keep it G
I
with me.
thought my last year on the Jet, I thought we was gonna win the Super Bowl, bro. Like you couldn't tell me otherwise. Like I definitely thought that was the year. I'm like, man, I'm coming to my contract year. We about to win these games. We about to go to the playoffs. About to play playoff ball. I'm about to
You,
get paid. Like
you
whether
start
it's
acting
here,
them
I
playoff
said whether
checks.
it's here or somewhere else, I'm about to get paid. Like I'm about to put on. You feel me?
Right.
But man, that probably was my toughest season mentally, just with how the season went. Our
Absolutely.
head coach got fired in week 4, and it was just a weird season, bro, to say the least. It was the weirdest season. And just to be a professional at corner, you got to keep playing. Like you can't shut down. Like you got to keep playing. You
You
feel me? We
can't.
play corner regardless of what's going on. So
You get
week in,
exposed.
week out, I'm doing my system regardless of the wins and losses. But it's definitely much more fun when you're winning games. Everybody, the vibe around the building, everything is better. So
Yeah.
I definitely learned a lot from last season, but yeah, it was definitely a humbling season to say the least.
Yeah, man. That was tough, man. Like you say, anytime you're losing, and you have to show up for work and continue to go through the same routine, man, it gets very challenging mentally, physically, spiritually, everything, man.
For
So,
real.
yeah, it is tough. It is tough. But how was practice in New York battling against Garrett Wilson? I think he's
Yeah.
one of the most talented receivers in the game, bro. I think he has tremendous talent.
You know, ball. Garrett's different. So
He's
like,
different. That's what I'm saying. Hold on, before you answer. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, I have a different perspective. And then if
yeah.
somebody would ask me I think the best receiver in the game, I would say something like Garrett Wilson. And then I
Mm.
would get ridiculed
Mm-hmm.
because they're looking at X, Y, and Z, and they don't really understand ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like when if you watch Garrett Wilson, the plays he making, his athletic ability, and the
Mm-hmm.
limited amount of opportunities and quarterback situation he got, man, this guy. Shout out to you, man. Hey, Garrett Wilson, man. Hey, I gotta meet you one day, bro. Hey, you're a hell of a player, man. You're gonna get your just due, brother. But go ahead, answer for me.
Yeah, G-Dub's different. And I think, well, there's a few things he does that's just different. I think he's one of those guys that just, and don't get me wrong, he works hard, but like he's one of those guys that, some guys could just, walk in with their cleats and not done nothing all off season and show up and give work. He's one of those guys. Like he just is naturally gifted with his abilities. And it's not even like football. Like he was a great basketball player. Like if you watch his basketball highlights, you'd be like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? He's one of them ones. But I
Right.
think what Garrett does different, just the way he moves is different. Like very bendy, very twitchy. Um,
It's explosive.
has a great catch radius, explosive, great
Yeah.
route runner.
Mm-hmm.
He studies routes, he studies corners, he understands, corners leverages, he understands how to, get in the corners cushion. He's an overall just great polished receiver. And then he makes freakish catches. The game against the Texans, it was like 4th and 20 or 3rd and 20. AR just threw it to him.
Right.
And yeah, he just caught like a crazy one hand on I think it was a Thursday night game, but like
Right.
he does that stuff routinely at practice. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't a surprise or anything. Like he does crazy stuff at practice. Like I wish like some of that stuff was documented. But
For
like
real,
yeah,
man.
he's definitely I think I will put Garrett in the top 10, which people will, I'm gonna get ridiculed for probably saying that, but like if he
Right.
had like a Joe Burrow or like what I'm saying, if he had one of them quarterbacks, a Josh Allen, like he would be his stats would be so crazy, they'll be inflated.
Right. That's exactly like if he had a chance to build with a consistent quarterback, man, he probably would be the best receiver in the game, man. Dude's unbelievable, man. I watch him, like you say, he's bendy, he's twitchy, he's explosive. Man, his explosiveness and the way he can cut at top
Yeah, it's
speed
different.
is just different, like you're saying, and it's just all around amazing, man. And I felt his frustration that one season when they traded for Devontae Adams and brought him in there because I thought that was the perfect time for him to build with Aaron Rodgers. And that was the year for him to be the number one receiver and just absolutely go crazy. And it was like Aaron Rodgers trading for his friend, and it just broke his heart and all his, his grinding and things like that. So I felt his pain, exactly what he was feeling, because he knows how good he is and how good he is compared to the other receivers in the NFL. But when you can't control what you do at your position, you need someone else. That's the way it is. But keep grinding, Garrett, man. Keep grinding. Your day coming, brother. Your day
I was gonna
coming.
say another thing about G Dub, he's relatively always healthy. Like he from the 3 years I was there, he really don't miss practice. Like he plays in the games. He really healthy too, which that's important too when you're talking about
For
being on the
real.
field because you could be nice as heck and just be getting hurt and all that. But
Right.
what's crazy though is like when Devontae came, G Dub was happy. Like it wasn't like when Devontae got traded to the Jets, G Dub was like frustrated. He was happy that Devontae was there because it was gonna
Right.
take relief off him. Like he not
Right.
gonna be getting double teamed all the time. It's gonna be Devontae getting double teamed, or he gonna be getting double teamed. You can't double team both.
Right.
So he
Right.
was relieved, like really, when he got traded there.
Yeah, I'm sure he was just being a little diplomatic and trying to say the right things, but he knew that was gonna take away from some of his, receptions and stuff like that, but
Respect.
yeah, it's all good. But because you're one of the smaller are the few smaller cornerbacks in the league. I think you're standing at 5'9", right? What are some of the disadvantages you have to overcome playing against bigger receivers, being that you're smaller player in the NFL?
Quite honestly, bro, I don't have problems with big receivers, and I never have. And I have extremely long arms, so I don't know if that is something that helps me. But like
Definitely helps.
bigger receiver. Yeah, I got 10-inch hands too. I got enormous hands. So like
Right.
bigger receivers never bother me. Like if you watch my film on certain receivers that are bigger, like Cortland Sutton, just bigger receivers. I don't know. I don't have
Mhm.
problems. The receivers that give me the most problems is the ones that have, abnormally fast speed. Like
Right.
the fastest receivers, like the Tyreek Hills, the Jalen Waddles, like guys that run 4.2s. Like
That's all,
everybody,
that's all I be worried about. I ain't worried about
yeah,
nothing
like
else.
speed is going, change the way you think, you know what I'm saying, when you press. But like bigger receivers, like I don't, give up like, jump balls, 50-50 balls. Quite honestly, teams don't throw 50-50 balls.
Right. There you
Um,
go.
they don't just throw the like I'm if I bail or if I press, I don't just get if we both looking back, somebody just throwing a ball that I don't get that. So
Right. Because let me tell you one
um
thing too. I don't know if we went over this on the phone, but here's a gem right here. And people think it's about your size and height. And like you said, with Gary Wilson, right? He played basketball. He's a tremendous basketball player. Basketball players that were good in basketball or play football are usually one of the better athletes. That was me too. I'm really good at basketball. But I got a long story. But when I used to, 21, I'm a little kid. I was supposed to be in school, but I'm out here playing with the grown-ups and stuff like that. But since everyone was taller and bigger than me, because I'm in the 5th grade and 6th grade, I was supposed to be in school, but I'm playing against the grown-ups. I would stand behind the backboard, right? While everybody get around the hoop, right, getting ready for the rebound. But I would always stand behind the backboard, and then when they shoot the ball, I would wait to see where the ball bounces off the rim, and then I would go get the rebound. And sometimes they'll be going to get the rebound, and I'll just hit it right up out of their hand. But I see the angle of where the ball was going, and that was part of my anticipation. Me learning how to anticipate and seeing where balls go. So my point is, it doesn't matter how big you is. It's about timing the ball and catching it at its highest point. Who can get there the fastest? I didn't have problems with the Randy Mosses, the Terrell Owens, the Plaxico Burrows. No big receivers. Only problem I had was probably tackling them and getting them to the ground if they threw a quick pass. So, like you say, man, you don't have those problems if you get to the ball first at its highest point, man. So that's what it's about, man.
yeah, it's for me like when I attack receivers, like if I'm studying a bigger receiver or whoever, every receiver and everybody has a weakness. So like once I figure out the weakness, I try my best to exploit that weakness. And I try to minimize their strengths. You feel me? Like for
Mhm.
example, if I'm playing DK Metcalf, I don't want DK Metcalf catching the ball on the run because he's going to be hard to bring down. You feel
Right,
me? That's his
right,
strength is yak, and he's 6'4", 230, 225. He's a big receiver. I
right,
don't want to have to put him on the ground. So let's not even have him catch the ball. Like
right.
let's not even
Mhm.
have him catch the ball. And when he's breaking down, I know he's gonna take a while to break down. I'm quicker than him. So if I stay on top of him, I'm gonna be able to break down on anything he runs. But he's a 4.32 guy. I don't want to be
Mhm.
even with him. I'm gonna
Right.
make sure that I'm on top of him and I'll be in control of all the routes he runs. So like
Stay
little
high for
things like
5.
that, and that's just breaking down him for an example. But like I
Mhm.
go into every game with a game plan, and I always call them the one percenters. There's the one percenters is the people that I train for, the Tyreek
Exactly.
Hills, the Justin Jeffersons, the Jamar Chases that you come in with a game plan and they got a game plan with you too. So like it really becomes like a boxing match or a chess game. So
Right,
now I may have to alter my game plan because they're not doing what I seen on tape, but I got something else in the toolbox. So like
right,
it's a whole chess game that I play out there. Like I'm not just lining up, just playing. Like I'm out there thinking about everything I study and everything that's going on in the game when I look at the iPad.
right. Yeah, man. Then what was my question? I had a good question for
It'd
you.
be like that.
Yeah, it'd be
It'd
like
be
that.
like that.
What we was talking about? Preparation?
Yeah, we were just talking about. Well, I was just explaining like how I attack receivers.
Oh, being a
You
smaller
were pretty much
cornerback.
talking about like, do I have problems with bigger
Yeah,
receivers being 5'9"?
yeah, I got you. I got you. Yeah. So yeah, you overcome that. That ain't no problem. But having those long arms, like you said in the beginning, is very key. That was part of me rebounding the ball and be able to jam receivers or get to the ball first because I had long arms and hands and things like you're saying, man. So yeah, that does help, man. That does help. But
Yeah.
what does a week of preparation look like for you before a game? You know, on and off the field, not just on the field.
Yeah, so like, say if we play a game and it ends, the first thing I do, I go contrast after the game because I'm one of those guys that get really sore the next day. So I go contrast. And what contrast means is I go in the hot tub, I go in the cold tub. So I go back to the facility, whether it's a home or away game. And yeah, I contrast hot tub, cold tub. I do that for like 3 sets. Go into the sauna for like 10 minutes, 10-15 minute stretch. Go home. I watch the film on the game that we just played, Normatech. And really after that, eat, hang out with wifey. The kids is probably sleep. And then, yeah, the next day, we all come in, we do our lift or whatever. We all watch film together as a team or as a defensive unit. I usually get treatment, whether that's a massage or whatever I get. So that would be Sunday, Monday. Tuesday is like our off day, but that's the day that that's the day I really do treatment. So I'll come in, get needles, get another massage, and then that's when I'll start breaking down film on the next opponent that we're watching. And usually I watch a game. I'll just watch like a whole game, usually of like their last game they just played, their most recent game. Just kind of break down the film, just watch it and kind of start to get an understanding of, what the OC likes to call, especially like in situations.
There you
So I'll
go.
watch one game on Tuesday. Wednesday we come in and that's usually when we go over like first and second down. So I'll watch that together with our coaches. And then when I go home, I'll watch practice and then I'll also watch kind of first and second down just by myself because it's weird. I learn a lot when I'm by myself. Like I see like nuances in
Yeah.
in very detailed stuff when I'm by myself compared to like when I'm in a group gathering. So
For
like I'll
sure.
watch the first and second down and I'll just peep something like, oh, that receiver he's doing that a lot. Like that's
Yeah.
probably like his bread and butter, like inside release dig.
Mhm.
Like every time I see him inside release, he's running the dig. So I'm like, okay, that's noted. But then you got the one percenters that, run outside release and run digs, inside
There you
release, run
go.
corners. So those are
Right.
the receivers that are very, well, for me, more calculated. But the receivers that run, I call them like the elementary routes. I love those receivers. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like my coach is making me run this. Like I love those receivers. So like
Mhm.
throughout the whole week, I'm just trying to gain just more knowledge. Like third down, that's what I really emphasize because third down is money down, get off the field down. Third down, and I would say red zone are like I really watch those because nobody want to be scored on. And third down is that's what OCs have their favorite plays. They're trying to draw it up, depending on the down and distance. And then towards the end of the week, like I would say a day before I will like watch the target tape of just the receivers. But really, the majority of my film study is like seeing what the OC likes to run, seeing like what's their favorite plays to call, and kind of watching teams that run a similar type of defensive scheme that I'm on, and kind of going from there and
Mhm.
start to like understand the flow of the game and how he's gonna call it. And then the day before the game, I'll start, breaking down receivers, like just specific on just the receivers releases and how they release when they're getting pressed. That's like I'll
Mhm.
watch that like a day before.
Sweet, sweet. Oh, if you see at the bottom, you gained a fan right there, L Dub, man. He's like, I'm a new DJ Reed fan, man. You making fans out here, man.
That's love. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, it's your first season in Detroit, right? I guess we talked about what are your goals personally this season, but is this the year? that you're selected to the Pro Bowl or All Pro. I don't think you've been selected, right?
Haven't been selected. Been a Pro Bowl alternate, but no, that don't count.
That don't count, right? That
That
don't
don't
count.
count. That don't
Is this
count.
the season? Is this the season you make a difference? You make some noise. You start getting out on podcasts, talking your crap, go getting the ball. You know you got to do everything when you're a fifth rounder. Fifth round is close to seventh rounder. Seventh rounder mean, hey, get your butt out of here.
Man, God willingly, bro, this is definitely the season. Like I've definitely have had a great off season. I'm in a great system. I'm in a great environment to play football, so everything is really going my way. God willingly, like if I stay healthy, not if, when I stay healthy,
Right, there
I'm
you
gonna
go.
I'm gonna be able
Speaking
to
into
accomplish all those goals for sure. That's
yeah,
definitely the goal.
yeah. Um, what have you noticed, man? The difference so far between the Jets and the Lions, being that you've been there short period of time. What have you noticed so far? Anything?
I would just say Detroit is just about winning. I think it just comes to that. It's just that simple. Everyone
Mm,
wants to help you win. It's not. I feel like in New York, a lot of it was quite honestly like about social media and what outside peers and people think about us, and that's something that kind of bothered me there. I didn't understand it when I got there, but just what how New York and the media is, it definitely crept into the building, which I did not like. So I
right.
would say that was the biggest difference. But
Uh-huh.
as far as like how we practiced in New York and how we practiced on the Lions, we practiced hard when we were in New York. Like it
Right.
wasn't
Y'all
like
had a
like
really good team. It was just the unfortunate situations, like the situation that team, that defense wins championships. Like you said, that defense was freaking great, but y'all had to be practicing hard.
yeah, we practiced hard, bro. Like our coaches like Tony Oden, Ricky Manning, they held us to a high standard. In the defensive back room, like we ran to the ball, like we did stuff like in week 17, week 16, we out of the playoffs, we practicing like it's week 1, week 3. And it was just a mindset that we developed in that room, and we wanted to keep that standard. So that's something that I'm definitely proud of, and the way that we played showed that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to Ricky Manning, man, my brother, my what I'm looking what the word. We came in the draft together. My brother. He was
That's
drafted
what's up.
before me. Third rounder. Third round on me. He went third round from UCLA, right? Do I got that right? Ricky Manning?
UCLA, yep.
UCLA, yeah, UCLA. That's my boy right there, Ricky Manning. Shout out to Ricky, man. Hope you're doing well. Keep going, brother. Keep grinding. Keep doing your thing, brother. Um, Couple more things, then we'll get up out of here, man. At the end of the day, man, what motivates you to do what you do, man? A lot of people have different motivations. What motivates you to do what you do, Mr. DJ Reed?
That's a great question, Asante. I would say it's a few things. I would say just my life experiences. Like I'm really not supposed to be here, to be honest with you. Like not even talking football, but just with everything I've been through in my life, I'm really not supposed to be here. So yeah, bro, I think that is like the biggest motivator is like God put me in a situation. So it's only right that I, max this out. And then just quite honestly, the extrinsic too with just the times I've been told no, the times that I've been told, you can't play. Like you're not tall enough, you're not big enough, you're not strong enough, you're not fast enough. Like that kind of just is ingrained. And it's more so like even when I am successful, even when I am balling, it's never just a like it's always like, okay, I gotta go harder. So I just felt like over time I developed that mindset of like
Mhm.
when I play, if I'm fortunate enough to play on Sundays, like I gotta be letting known that I'm him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm out here, like, and receivers know that too. Like they probably don't say it, outside to the media and stuff, but like when I'm playing against receivers, they know what's up. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And I'm just being real. They know what's up. So
Yeah, it's so funny. It sounds like we have like identical stories, man. Like not supposed to be here. I got caught up in the street life and things like that. And when teams prepare for the team that I played for, they concentrated on me, not the whole defense. What they're going to do on this left side, but they don't talk about that on the big media outlets and networks and things like that. But my friends on other teams, they would come, hey, my receiver and offensive coordinator come up to me, man, like, what do we do to Asante? He doesn't go for anything. And like every week, man, it was just like, but they wouldn't talk about it in
In
in,
the
on,
public.
in the public, on the limelight, because they were so busy having to give other people credit and first rounders and things like that. And I wasn't supposed to be doing what I'm doing. And the other thing was I played for Belichick. So they gave Belichick all the credit and so on and so forth. But it's a bunch of bull crap. The facts are the facts. The truth is the truth. And I'm here to talk that shit now. Y'all can't stop me.
Yeah, bro. I would
So,
say that. I would say those two things. And quite honestly, like I just want to make the most money as possible. So like, yeah, like when I'm done playing, I want to kick my feet up and relax, to be honest with you. Like if I want to
oh,
do
you done.
something, I could do something, but if I want to, smoke and just, watch my kids grow, take them to school and, be a present father, that's what I want to do. That's what I
Good
want to
on you.
do. So I want to have that opportunity to just be like, what I'm saying, dad, sacrifice, what I'm saying, X amount of years to play in the NFL. Now y'all could go live y'all dreams out and I just want to witness it and watch it. Like
Yeah.
that's another reason why I do what I do.
You did it, man. You made it. What you mean? Kick your feet up and all that 3 contracts later?
No,
Yeah,
for
man.
sure. I want 100 though. I want 100 though. I want
You
100.
100.
At least
Keep grinding.
100.
Keep grinding. You're gonna get there. You 28,
For
right?
sure.
You 28. You got about
28.
5 to 7 more years, however you train and keep your flexibility and limbs going. Depends on you, brother. So you keep going. I'm be here watching, supporting, and rooting you on, brother. All
I
right, last
appreciate
one
that,
of the
bro.
day, man. Last one of the day. And we don't care about no feelings, man. We don't have no friends. Actually, these are our enemies, and we want to hear your top 5 list. Top 5 receivers in the NFL. Give us the top 5 receivers.
Like, all right. So when people ask that question, first of all time or like right now?
No, in the NFL, like right now, or that you
Okay.
played against in the NFL.
Okay, that I played against. See, this question is so that I played against or just top
Or
five? Because that's
that's
two
been in
different.
that's been in the NFL since you've been in the NFL that you watch, that you think is the best you played against. However you see it.
Okay. I just got asked this question. Well, I got asked who my top three was last week when I was in Vegas.
All right, just say what needs to be said. Now make sure you
Julio
say it right.
Jones, Julio Jones.
Julio.
And this is no order. I don't have an order. I can't do
Okay, okay.
orders. This is just
Julio,
top
hey,
five.
about time somebody give my dog Julio some credit, man. Julio is a monster, man. But go ahead.
Yeah, I played Julio my second year in the league. I was playing nickel and like, yeah, he was moving different. He was in Atlanta, but he was
And
moving different.
big, strong, quick,
Yeah,
fast, all that, man.
yeah. I would say Julio. I would say Tyreek Hill.
Definitely Tyreek Hill.
I would say Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson, good one.
Got to put Jamar Chase in there.
Ooh, gotta put him in there. That's
Got to
4
put Chase in there. He's got triple crown, and he's been balling since he's been in the league.
for sure.
My fifth one. See, this is
Ooh.
tough because I'm leaving. I'm gonna leave guys off with a top
Right, right,
five.
right.
But
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now,
And this
with
is
just
right
what
off
he's
the
been
top of the head.
doing, I got to put AJ Brown at five. Not
AJ
in that
Brown.
order, but he's in the top five. Like
He's in the
that's
top
a
5.
respectable
There you
list
go.
right there.
Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, AJ Brown, and who was the other one?
Julio Jones.
Julio Jones, my dog Julio. He's the only one that's not in the league right now that's still making top 5. So big respect to Julio Jones, man. He's a freak of nature, man. If y'all ain't seen Julio Jones, man. But y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe out here. The shadow ban is in effect, man. Y'all make sure y'all get this out here. This is a great conversation. You know, people don't have the type of conversations we have on Say What Needs to Be Said. Shout out to my bro, DJ Reed, man. Hopefully we'll check in during the season, some quick check-ins after a great game, and we talk about that. But appreciate you coming through tonight, and you could crash on out, brother. See you next time, brother.
That's love, bro.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Sante.
All right, much love.